there's another episode of Bootstrap REI. This is the day in the life of a real estate investor, and I'm Ryan Nickel, your host. So today is episode number 3, leveraging relationships, and I have with me a future investor and a part-time bird dogger, Benson.
I got my Legos.
So talking about relationships, one of the joys of being an investor who works at home is I get to spend a lot of time with my family. And once a week, I rotate. We have 4 kids, and so I rotate through, and I go on a date with my kids. And today, Benson and I are on a date. And what are we doing for a date? What do we do?
Get some Lego.
So yeah, as a family, on Monday, we went and saw the Batman Lego movie. And then for Benson's date, he wanted to go get some Lego toys. So we actually went ahead and did that. He spent... I bought one for him, and then he also bought one with his own money that he has earned, and he paid for that one. So this is, I'm putting some deposits into my kid's bank account here, emotionally, physically, and mentally as his father, and spending time with him. And that's what relationships are all about. You make deposits, and you also make withdrawals. And this was definitely a deposit day for me to do that. Something that I've been working on. Working from home doesn't always afford me the opportunity to spend time with my kids. I usually am on the phone and asking them to get out of my office and to not talk while I'm doing work and things like that. And so for me, it's important to want to be able to take that time and spend it with them. And so, like I said, that's what we ended up doing today. Now, why is this important? Why are relationships important? Well, I'm going to share with you exactly why relationships are important. So there are these 3 condos that I've been trying to place, and haven't been able to find a home for them yet. And my original mentor, her name is Alexis McGee. She's one of the very first mentors that started to teach me about investing in foreclosure specifically. And she was the original owner of foreclosures.com. And I used to work with her. And anyway, so she reached out to me. She's like, hey, look, I see you have these properties you're trying to flip. Let me give you a little bit of help here. And definitely it's always welcome. And she really helped me in getting my pitch just down right. And we were on the phone this morning, and she just was telling me some of the things that I needed to do. We hung up the phone, and then I took her advice, and I posted her suggestions on Facebook. And because before I had oh my gosh, it was 20, you had to scroll 20 times to get to the end of my post. That's how long it was. I was basically giving away a full package there. I was like, here are the comps, here's this, here's that. I was giving everything except for the contract itself. So she said, look, you just need to tease them. This is how you do it, blah, blah, blah. And when I fixed that, she goes, great. She didn't tell me she was going to do this, but she did it anyway. So she took that post and she shared it. Now she has the relationships and the years and the experience that I don't have, and the clout. And so as soon as she shared it, all of a sudden she's been hit up by several different investors asking for that deal. And so she called me right back and she said, hey, you know what, I got a buyer for you. Made the introduction, just did a handoff, did a 3-way with him, and he's fixing to go look at the property and is very excited about it. And it's low enough that he said he has to, of course, look at the numbers and all the things, but it looks like it's going to close. And like I said, I've been working on this one for about a week now, trying to place a buyer. I've been getting close, but haven't had any real success. And one little phone call from her, and I'm pretty confident that we have a buyer, and also another long-term, not just a buyer of this property, but a long-term buyer and partner for other buy and holds that we'll have. So that's what it comes down to, is the relationships. How are you making and nurturing your relationships? For me and Benson, it's, here we are, we're on a date, got some popcorn, went to the corner of, we were at Target has a Starbucks inside of itself, went in the corner there, sat down at the table, ate some popcorn, played Lego figurines for a little bit, just chatted about just all kinds of good things, got in the car, and here we are on our way back home. And so that's a relationship that I am investing time into. Alexis is definitely a relationship that I'll continue to invest time into. Her relationship has paid off. With not just this particular buyer that she has presented or shared with me, introduced me to, but in other ways as well. Her knowledge and expertise, and this is a long-term business. It's not just about going and finding a property, getting it sold, collecting some money and moving on. It's about developing relationships. I have relationships with the homes that I sell or finance. In fact, I have a house right now, 2 houses in fact, the relationships have played into this. One of them, I have a gentleman that this is the first time ever this has happened. He's late on his payment. He called me ahead of time, said, hey, my daughter just got married last month. I spent more than I thought I was going to. I'm going to be short this month. And I said, great. All right, thanks for letting me know. I mean, not great. That doesn't feel good because I have there's a mortgage payment. I said, look, there's a mortgage on this property. This is what the mortgage is. Get as close to this as you can. He's like, okay, I can do that. He was within $200, $250 of it. And he just texted me today. He's like, hey, by the end of the week, today's Thursday, so tomorrow, or Saturday, he's like, by the end of the week, I should have the remainder of the money plus the late fee. Just wanted to keep you informed. So there's a relationship there. He's not running, he's not hiding. He ran to me before ever letting me know. He let me know on the 3rd that he was going to be short. And not, he didn't wait till the 5th or the 6th to tell me. He let me know on the 3rd, and then here we are on the 16th, and he's letting me know that, he's keeping me informed. Where I live in Yuba City, we've had some threats of a flood with the Oroville Dam breaking, and this morning about 5:30 in the morning, I had a text from I was added to a message on Facebook from another one of our buyers here. She's like, hey, you know what? I know we live in the same town, we live close together, and it was just myself and 4 other people, so a total of 5 people. She's like, hey, I know you live in the area. This is something that I just got word of. I don't know if you know or not, but just be safe. And it's a relationship. She's one of my she's a buyer in one of my properties. Haven't talked to her in maybe 6 weeks. Don't know, because her payments come to me automatically. And so, but again, it's the relationship. She felt the need to, who's going to contact their lender? Hey, their mortgage lender. This is what, watch out for this flash flood or something like that could happen. So anyway, just wanted to go. I don't want to belabor the point here. I think I probably have done that, but, been way too long-winded. But again, it's about relationships. Benson, anything you want to say?
Well, I'm going to play with my Legos when I get home.
And there you have it. We're going to play Legos when we get home.